To understand why the trigeminal nerve becomes a master key to self-healing, we must look backward into humanity's spiritual history. From the earliest dawn of consciousness, the human face was considered a mirror of inner worlds, a canvas where passions and states of soul were inscribed. Ancient cultures devoted attention to gestures, gazes, and energetic points of the face because they intuited a secret map of the spirit lived there. In pharaonic Egypt, priests and healers spoke of invisible currents flowing through the body, subtle tributaries uniting the Ka, the vital force, with the Ba, the soul. The face held a central place among these sacred points. Ancient medical papyri indicated that conscious contact with certain points beneath the eyes could relieve pain and restore spiritual harmony. In the Vedic tradition of India, the body was conceived as an instrument of cosmic resonance, traversed by nadis, invisible energy channels. Ancient texts like the Upanishads suggest the face is the gateway of the mind, where each gesture and muscular tension influences the flow of prana, vital energy. Yoga masters taught that breath control united with facial relaxation could expand consciousness and liberate practitioners from stagnant emotions. Does this not echo what we rediscover today in the trigeminal nerve as a bridge between perception, emotion, and energy? Greek philosophers intuited this relationship between mind and face. Aristotle spoke of physiognomy as reading the soul through facial features. The Stoics recommended maintaining a serene face, convinced that outward calm reflected inner victory over passions. What they could not explain was that this serenity was linked to the stimulation of facial nerves we now identify as the trigeminal. In the Middle Ages, as alchemy flourished as a quest for inner transformation, European mystics interpreted the face as the divine seal, revealing the soul's purity. Working upon facial tensions was a spiritual exercise. By softening the wrinkles of worry, channels for divine grace opened. Throughout history, diverse cultures pointed to the face as a center of power. Today, modern science offers us the name trigeminal nerve and describes its function, but what our ancestors intuited remains eternal truth. This nerve not only conducts electrical impulses, it holds the key to self-healing that unites the physical, emotional, and spiritual in an eternal dance. When we speak of the trigeminal nerve, we are not referring merely to an anatomical element, but to an intersection between worlds. In its physical dimension, doctors describe it as the great nerve connecting eyes, jaw, mouth, and forehead with the brain. In its symbolic dimension, it flows like an underground river through the landscape of the face, gathering the waters of our emotions and carrying them toward the command center of our mind. The face is the stage where every emotion leaves its imprint. Sadness hollows the cheeks, anger tightens the jaw, worry furrows the brow. Each gesture is governed in part by the trigeminal, functioning as a string on a sacred instrument. Tuned with care, it produces harmony. Neglected, it generates dissonance affecting the entire organism. This is why spiritual traditions intuited that working with the face is working with the totality of being. Activating the trigeminal does not mean simply massaging a nerve. It means learning to communicate in the body's secret language. When we place our fingers upon the cheekbones and breathe consciously, we send a profound message. I am willing to release what no longer belongs to me. The nervous system begins to shift frequency. The mind, trapped in compulsive thoughts, receives a signal of calm. The body, carrying accumulated tensions, interprets the gesture as permission to let go. Imagine the trigeminal as a closed door in an ancient temple. Behind it are stored memories, emotions, unprocessed experiences. Each conscious touch is like slowly turning the key. At first, it seems insignificant, but internally, stagnant energies begin to liberate. Many people, after stimulating this zone, feel inexplicable relief, a deep sigh, even tears. Those tears are not weakness. They are proof the door has opened and the inner river flows again. The connection with breath potentiates this effect. Breathing deeply while stimulating the trigeminal is like inviting light into darkness. Each exhalation becomes the conscious act of expelling shadows, releasing emotional memories that have completed their cycle. Practiced consistently, this work reprograms how we perceive reality, because the trigeminal is a sensory bridge. What passes through it shapes how we interpret the world. Thus, the first step to activating self-healing through the trigeminal consists of recognizing it not as a simple nerve, but as a channel of consciousness. A channel that, when opened, reminds us that healing arrives not from outside, but from a profound dialogue between body and spirit, between breath and energy, between perception and awakening. In the previous sections, we understood that the trigeminal nerve is a sensory bridge, a door connecting the face with the mind, and, symbolically, the body with the soul. Now we must go deeper, to explore what happens when that door remains closed too long, and what revelations unfold when we finally open it. Every human being carries invisible tensions, not always recognized. These tensions lodge in rigid facial expressions, in the jaw clenched during the night, in the furrowed brow facing daily worries. The trigeminal registers all these burdens, like a silent scribe, storing the echoes of unresolved emotions, the fear you did not express, the rage you repressed, the sadness you chose to hide. Over time, this emotional archive becomes an energetic blockage, altering how the body responds to the world. Consciously activating the trigeminal is like diving into those hidden files and reorganizing them. It is not about erasing memory, but giving it a healthy channel. Accumulated tension is stagnant energy, and when we liberate it, it transforms into vitality, like a dam opening, converting stagnant water into a living river. This renewed flow reactivates the organism's innate capacity to regenerate. The stimulation of the trigeminal acts not only on the physical or emotional level, but also on the energetic field. Many traditions agree that the face is a spiritual map. In Chinese medicine, certain facial points connect with internal organs and energy flows called meridians. The trigeminal is like a master switch. When activated, it engages a system of integral balance, transcending the physical body. This nerve is the guardian of perception itself. Everything we see, feel, or taste passes through its ramifications. If perception is the filter of reality, then unblocking the trigeminal equals cleaning that filter. Clarity does not come from the external world, but from the purity of the internal channel that interprets it. Those who practice this technique consistently report not only physical well-being, but also an awakening of consciousness. They perceive life with more calm, more beauty, more fullness. Sometimes, when stimulating this zone, one experiences discomfort, unexpected emotions, or forgotten memories. This is not an obstacle, but a signal that liberation is occurring. The trigeminal opens toward an inner sanctuary where the unresolved is stored. Entering that sanctuary requires courage, but a profound truth reveals itself. Healing is not external. but a return to coherence between what you feel, what you think, and what you express. Knowledge alone does not transform. The true magic occurs when we carry it into practice, when we embody it in the small gestures of each day. The trigeminal nerve is far more than a biological component. It is a portal to self-healing. Yet for its power to unfold fully, we must accompany its activation with conscious living and reverence toward our body and spirit. The first counsel is to cultivate presence. We live in a time when the mind races at great speed, always anticipating the future or replaying the past. This dispersion imprints itself on the face as constant tension. Pause several times daily and feel your face as if contemplating it from within. Ask yourself, am I furrowing my brow? Is my jaw clenched? Are my eyes tired? With each discovery, gift yourself an instant to soften. This small gesture is an offering of peace to your nervous system. The second counsel is to unite breath and touch. When you work upon your cheekbones and the trigeminal zone, do not do it mechanically. Accompany each circular movement with a deep inhalation and a liberating exhalation. Inhale as if receiving light. Exhale as if offering to the universe all you no longer need to carry. This synchrony converts the massage into a sacred act where body, energy, and consciousness align. A third counsel is to create a space of inner silence. The trigeminal, when stimulated, liberates emotional memories, and to listen, you need silence. Light a candle, turn off devices, close your eyes. Do not force anything. Remain receptive. Perhaps images, sensations, or memories will appear. Observe them as clouds passing through the sky. This silence is the fertile ground where healing germinates. The fourth counsel is to integrate the practice into daily moments. You need not wait for deep meditation. While waiting, upon waking, or before sleep, gently touch your cheekbones and bring awareness to your breath. Transform all of life into a spiritual laboratory. Each instant becomes an opportunity to release tension and return to equilibrium. Finally, the most important counsel: honor your process. Do not expect immediate results, nor compare your experience with others. Each person carries a different story in their face. Self-healing is not a race, it is an intimate journey. Allow yourself to traverse it with patience, with love, and with gratitude. Each conscious breath, each delicate touch, each moment of silence is a step toward your own inner freedom. Everything we have traversed in this journey points to an essential truth. The power to heal yourself is not found outside, in complex rituals, or in the hands of others, but within you. The trigeminal nerve, that invisible network traversing your face, has revealed itself as a secret key, opening the door to your capacity for self-healing. By learning to touch it with consciousness, to breathe with intention, and to liberate what was stagnant, we remember what ancient traditions already knew. The human body is a temple, and each part of it holds an access to the mystery of spirit. Consider what this means. For centuries, humanity sought answers in temples of stone, in sacred texts, in the voice of masters and sages. Yet the signal was always closer than we imagined. In the face itself, in the vibration of a nerve connecting perception with consciousness. This does not invalidate the wisdom of the past. It confirms it. The exterior was always a mirror for discovering what already dwelled in your interior. When you activate the trigeminal, you work not only on a nerve, you work on the reconciliation of your inner worlds. Each time you liberate attention, you liberate also a painful memory. Each time you release a rigidity, you dismantle a pattern of thought that limited you. What appears a simple massage is, in truth, an act of inner alchemy, transforming the lead of emotional density into the gold of spiritual clarity. Yet this path must be walked with reverence. Self-healing is not a shortcut nor a quick trick. It is a discipline of the soul. It requires presence, patience, and genuine commitment to yourself. There will be days when you feel resistance, moments when emotions emerge that you preferred to ignore. Do not flee from them. Receive them as messengers. Because in each shadow surfacing hides a part of your vital energy awaiting liberation. Today, I invite you to consider this not merely as knowledge, but as a living practice. Allow yourself each day a few minutes of silence. Place your fingers upon your cheekbones, breathe deeply, and observe what occurs. It may seem simple, but that simplicity conceals the grandeur of the essential. Gradually, you will notice how your face softens, how your mind quiets, and how your spirit begins to shine with greater intensity. Remember, your body is wise. Your energy knows how to flow. Your soul longs to express itself freely. The trigeminal nerve is one key, but it is sufficient to remind you that the true healer dwells not in distant altars or faraway mountains, but in the very center of your being. As we conclude this journey, I leave you with a question that seeks not immediate answer, but reflection. What would happen if you began to trust radically in your capacity to heal yourself? The answer will not be found in my words, but in the intimate experience of your own practice. This is the final revelation. The power has always been yours. The trigeminal nerve is merely a doorway. What matters is that you cross the threshold. What matters is that you place your fingers upon your face with reverence, that you breathe with intention, that you create the space for your own transformation. In doing so, you join an ancient lineage of seekers and healers who understood that true medicine flows from within. The body remembers. Beneath layers of tension, beneath accumulated emotions, beneath the weight of forgotten traumas, your body remembers its original wholeness. It remembers the frequency of harmony, the vibration of health, the resonance of peace. The trigeminal is simply the key that unlocks that memory. Each conscious touch is a reminder. Each deep breath is an invitation. Each moment of silence is a homecoming. Do not wait for perfect circumstances or the right moment. Begin now, in this very instant. Feel your face. Notice the tension you carry without even realizing it. Breathe into those spaces of rigidity. Whisper to your nervous system, I am safe. I am loved. I am capable of healing. These simple affirmations, when paired with the gentle activation of the trigeminal, become a powerful incantation that reorganizes your entire being. This is not mysticism divorced from reality. This is ancient wisdom meeting modern understanding. The nerve exists. The energy exists. Your capacity to transform exists. What remains is only your decision to honor it, to engage with it, to allow it to guide you home to yourself. As you move forward from this moment, carry with you the knowledge that healing is not something you must achieve through struggle. It is something you permit through surrender. It is something you invite through presence. It is something you celebrate through gratitude. The cord remains unbroken. The portal is always open. The transformation is always possible. You need only decide to see it, to honor it, and to live it. Then, like the ancient sages understood, like the cells of your body know, like your soul has always remembered, you will discover that the greatest healer was never distant. It was always within, waiting patiently for you to awaken and remember who you truly are.